Prada just came out with a brand new perfume for women. This is a standalone release and it goes by the name Paradoxe. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this fragrance and also tell you about a very special full bottle giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's video and I tell you all about the brand new Paradoxe by Prada, a standalone released by the giant, right, the designer giant, I do want to start things off by saying that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload these daily videos to YouTube. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you took something of value from today's episode. Now, I did buy 2 bottles of this fragrance, so if you're interested in participating in the giveaway, all you have to do is just leave a comment down below with your general location. This is going to be a worldwide giveaway, so tell me, are you from Brazil? Are you from Croatia? Are you from Germany? Are you from the States? If you are from the States, just let me know which state are you from, and I will be picking the winning comment in 1 week's time. So definitely make sure to come back to this video in 1 week to see if you've won, and you'll see that your comment will be pinned to the very top. Now, I will never ask anybody participating in these giveaways to contact me on Telegram or WhatsApp or any of that other shady stuff. If anything, I'm going to ask you for your email and I'm going to send you an email from my email, which is steven@redolessence.com. Please be aware that there have been a lot of scams happening on YouTube in the past few months, and for whatever reason, they have disproportionately been targeting fragrance channels. My name on YouTube has a little check mark next to it, so just make sure that when I do reply to your comment, it says Redolessence check mark. That means I am verified here on the platform. So here is a fragrance that was composed by 3 perfumers, Shyamala Maison-Dieu, Antoine Maison-Dieu, and a 3rd perfumer whose name I won't attempt to pronounce out of the fear of butchering it. This is a fragrance that has gotten compared to My Way by Giorgio Armani. It has orange blossom, there's orange and mandarin in the opening if I'm remembering correctly. There is neroli and there's a little bit of vanilla in the base as well. And it seems to be a jasmine based fragrance that kind of takes things in a sweeter direction. In any case, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the smell and what I think of it and tell you if I like it or not. But let's go ahead and start things off with a quick look at the presentation. So in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this really beautiful and lush citrusy jasmine accord. Now, the citrus that's in here is a nice balance of neroli and orange. I wouldn't say it's so orangey that it gives off that warm, zesty appeal that orange typically does. And there isn't so much neroli that it smells like a neroli Portofino by Tom Ford or like a 4711, right? So there's a nice balance of all of the citrus ingredients in the opening. And of course, it's entirely synthetic, but it has that bright, vivacious, and clean opening that I really enjoy. Now, there's a little bit of orange blossom in here, and that's kind of what prolongs the citrusy smell. So even 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes after spraying this one on, there's still a little bit of that zesty appeal. Just know that it is coming from the orange blossom. And I think that's a really nice addition, and it's a really nice floral ingredient to diversify that floral bouquet in the heart, which is mainly comprised of jasmine and orange blossom, right? So the jasmine isn't kind of working its magic by itself. It does have the assistance of the orange blossom, which actually works really nicely to create a fullness that you wouldn't get from some other soliflors. So here's the thing, people have been comparing this one a lot to My Way by Giorgio Armani. And after listening and reading a lot of the other reviews online, I've noticed that people are a little bit disenchanted with the level of sweetness in this. They feel like the brand is kind of taking things in a more youthful direction. And I suppose we've seen that with Voce Viva by Valentino, which I've also purchased and done a video on. And then of course there's My Way by Giorgio Armani and several flankers associated with that fragrance as well. And I can see what people are getting at, right? There's kind of like this benzoin vanilla base, which kind of goes in an ambery direction. But in my opinion, the sweetness in this isn't too strong, right? I do agree that there's more of a modern and more of a contemporary appeal to this fragrance rather than, you know, perhaps some of the classier releases on the market like J'adore by Dior, or even number 5 by Chanel. There's Shalimar by Guerlain. There's a lot of perfumes that kind of take things in this old school direction, some of which I think actually still smell quite modern even today. But this fragrance, I can see the criticism, but I love it. I really enjoyed the way that this fragrance smells. I will be honest though, many times I've been smelling this fragrance and I'm like, I know I've smelled this before somewhere. And I know Olympia by Paco Rabanne has a similar vibe, but it goes in a sweeter direction, especially if you start getting into some of the flankers, like Olympia Legend, I think is one of them, and whatever. So this fragrance is on the lighter, more floral side of things, and the way that it's disparate from My Way by Giorgio Armani is in the fact that that fragrance contains tuberose, if I'm remembering correctly, and this fragrance does not. It's all about the jasmine and the orange blossom, and you know, there is a smooth, musky quality in the base, and you know, at times it also kind of gives off like a bit of like a marshmallowy appeal. Like if you imagined this fragrance 10 times sweeter, you'd have Oriana by Parfum de Marly, right? So this is like a much lighter version of that in terms of the sweetness, as far as the sweetness is concerned. But I really enjoy this one. I think it's youthful, flirtatious, playful, easy to wear, mass appealing, huge compliment factor, a little reductive, and I know I've smelled this before, so if you're looking at it from that critical lens, then I agree with the criticism. But in terms of the overall smell, I think a lot of people will love smelling this one on you. So if you like it, go ahead and buy it. Don't listen to what people are saying online. However, smell is subjective, and you might be one of the critics, right? So definitely try it for yourself. Always makes me happy when subscribers, you know, smell fragrances, they end up falling in love with them. I never want anybody to purchase a fragrance and to hate their purchase, right? I buy everything because I know I'm going to review it eventually, but definitely go out to Macy's, which is where I bought both of the bottles, and try it for yourself and let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, and good luck in the giveaway as well. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this is not the most unique fragrance on the market, and I'm just being totally honest. It has gotten compared to Voce Viva by Valentino. It's gotten compared to My Way by Giorgio Armani, as well as a few other fragrances, and I think the comparisons are justified. Does this do things differently in its own unique way? Yes, it does. It's not 100% similar to these other fragrances, but it is more or less following the trends that a lot of these predecessors have sort of erected for it. In terms of the longevity, you can expect about 7 to 8 hours on your skin, although the citrus lasts a pretty long time, which is really impressive in this fragrance. Projection on this one was great for the first 45 minutes to an hour. It radiated within an arm's length, and it started to become an elbow's length scent right around hour 5. Right around hours 7 or 8, it became a skin scent, so at that point, just know that you will need to reapply if you wish to continue wearing it, or if you have a long day ahead of you. In terms of the versatility, I think this one is pretty versatile. I think it will appeal to a younger audience, but of course, anybody of any age can wear this one. I think this is more casual than it is formal. When I think of formal, I think of Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. I think of a number of other fragrances. I won't, care to name all of them at the moment, but this is more on the casual side of things. It is feminine leaning if you're looking at it from a traditional lens, but of course you're free to wear whatever you want. These are just recommendations. Wear what makes you happy. The presentation is also really cool. I'm glad they've incorporated the triangular aspect of the modern Prada logo. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's a very easygoing, mass appealing, compliment getting take on orange blossom, vanilla, and jasmine. I think it's going to appeal to a wide audience. I think there's this youthful and flirtatious aspect about it, but it still conveys a sense of innocence because of the cleanly nature of the jasmine. Overall, I think it's a wonderful scent, and if you see it at your local department store, try for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of the brand new Paradoxe by Prada. If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would like to participate in the giveaway, remember all you have to do is just leave a comment down below with your general location. What state are you from if you're from the States? What country are you from if you live outside of the States? I will pick the winning comment in 1 week's time, and I will pin it to the top of the comment thread. I will never ask you to message me on Telegram or WhatsApp or anything crazy like that. So good luck, everybody. I'm rooting for you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell, give it a thumbs up. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.